The remains of a missing Colorado mother, Suzanne Morphew, have been found more than 3 years after she was last seen on May 10, 2020, according to the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button. Y'all hit the like button. I'm D. Ellis. This is Crime Circuit. Let's dive into the case. According to the agency, the remains were located during the course of a search on September 22, 2023, and those remains were positively identified as those of Morphew of Chaffee County by the El Paso County coroner on September 27th. On April 19, 2022, just 9 days before Barry Morphew was set to stand trial for his wife Suzanne Morphew's murder, Judge Ramsey Lama granted the DA's motion to dismiss the charges against him without prejudice, meaning the prosecution can refile charges in the future. In this photo, you see Morphew alongside his daughters walking out of the Fremont County Courthouse a free man after all charges against him were dismissed. Suzanne and Barry grew up in the same hometown of Alexandria, Indiana, and met in high school. Suzanne was popular and well liked. Barry was a star baseball player who was drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays. The couple, who began dating after Barry graduated high school, married in 1994. Barry started a landscaping business and Suzanne was a school teacher before leaving the job to raise their two daughters, Mallory and Macy. According to friends, the Morphews moved from Indiana to a home just outside of Salida, Colorado to be closer to their older daughter, Mallory, who was attending a college nearby. But there was also rumors that the move was an attempt at a fresh start for Suzanne and Barry's troubled marriage. Early in the morning on May 10, 2020, Barry left his home just outside Salida to drive to a job site 150 miles away in Broomfield, Colorado. The couple's daughters, who were away on a camping trip and making their way home, text their mother wishing her happy Mother's Day. She does not respond. Mallory would inform her father that they are unable to reach Suzanne. Barry eventually speaks to one of their neighbors and asks them to check on Suzanne and to see if her mountain bike is at the house. When they find no sign of her bike, Barry asks them to call the police. Instead of heading home immediately, Barry drops off a shovel and some other tools for his co-workers at a hotel where he had booked rooms for them and himself. He began to drive home a few minutes past 6 p.m. Now for me, if that was my wife and I got a phone call that she couldn't be reached, I'm heading straight home. But that's just me. This photo is taken from police body cam footage, which shows Suzanne Morphew's mountain bike just after being discovered by a sheriff deputy on the side of a cliff of a road near the family home. No clothing, blood, or evidence of a struggle were found near the bike, and Suzanne's helmet was discovered about 1 mile away off the side of a highway. Her sunglasses and hydration backpack were found inside the car, leading investigators to believe that the scene may have been staged and that Suzanne never really went for a bike ride on that Mother's Day morning. A scuba diver searches the local waterway as news of Suzanne Morphew's disappearance shook the community and eventually the entire nation. Local and state authorities, along the FBI, CBI, and civilian volunteers, conducted a large search effort across vast and rugged terrain. 10 days after Suzanne Morphew was reported missing, investigators found a spy pen in a walk-in closet in the Morphew's master bedroom. They learned that Suzanne got the pen, which is voice-activated and records conversations, hoping to catch her husband Barry in an affair. Instead, she would record conversations she had with her secret lover. It took 6 months for investigators to identify the man. It turned out he had a wife and 6 children in Michigan where he lived. He never came forward on his own after Suzanne vanished and took steps to hide their affair. But once agents came knocking, he cooperated and provided access to DNA, phone records, and passwords for deleted accounts. Investigators were able to verify his alibi, and he was cleared. May 9th, the day before Mother's Day, records show that Suzanne and her lover messaged each other 59 times leading up to the moment investigators believe Barry Morphew, his wife. At one point, Suzanne messaged her lover this selfie, which investigators dubbed her last proof of life photo. Barry, who was out running errands, sent Suzanne a text around 2:26 p.m. telling her that he was on his way home. With no response from Suzanne, Barry would text her again, "Did you leave?" and again is met up with silence. Investigators believe Barry returned home soon after, Suzanne, and cleaned up the crime scene. This photo shows a dark vertical crack along the door frame of the couple's master bedroom. Investigators showed Barry Morphew a photo of the damaged door frame, explaining the prior owners said it was there when they sold the house to the Morphews. Barry was asked, was this the result of an argument or him being locked out? He said, I have no idea what that's from. Investigators believe Barry may have damaged the door as he tried to get Suzanne after shooting her with a tranquilizer gun. Then, a slew of text messages between Suzanne Morphew and a close friend in the months and days leading up to the disappearance revealed the Morphews' marriage remained rocky. These are just a few text messages showing Suzanne's anguish and concerns about her husband Barry. In one text, she writes, I feel no peace when he's here, and I would not feel safe alone with him. On March 25, 2020, Suzanne texted her friends, he won't speak of a divorce. And on May 6, 2020, just days before she disappeared, Suzanne texted Barry, I'm done. I could care less what you're up to and have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly. On May 10th, the day Suzanne Morphew is reported missing, investigators discovered Barry threw out trash at multiple locations around Broomfield while in town for work. This photo, taken from a hotel surveillance footage, shows Barry throwing out trash in a dumpster. Adding to the prosecution theory, there was a physical altercation leading up to Suzanne Morphew's murder, and these apparent scratch marks on Barry Morphew's arm in a photo taken by investigators 3 days after Susan went missing. Her remains were located in a remote field of sagebrush and grasses in Saguache County. Coroner Tom Perrin told Denver Gazette it appeared that the remains had been buried in a shallow grave before being scattered, he said. That's going to be it for this episode. Condolences to the Morphew family. Rest in peace to Suzanne. Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comment section. Do y'all think her husband has something to do with it? Let me know. Like I always say, stay safe. Keep something with you. Till next time. Peace.